Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Inceptive, and I'm just going to get right into it because I have a very dire topic to talk about here, and that is going to be the potential sale of the Warner Brothers gaming division by AT&T. Now, if you are not aware, AT&T did buy out Time Warner, which owns Warner Brothers, back in 2018, I believe, for like 150 billion, something like that. So that does mean that they do own all of Warner Brothers. They own all the movie publishing rights, all the gaming rights, they own DC. They own AT&T owns all of that now. They own the rights to Harry Potter. They own the rights to Game of Thrones, and this is very bad. This is not good because I for one am not a fan of AT&T. Mostly because I used to have them as a phone provider, cable provider, and an internet provider, and they sucked at all three. The internet was slow, the phone bill went up dramatically after the first year, and the cable sucked too, so I'm not a fan of AT&T. And so when I found this article on CNBC, I'm not happy. I am not happy at all. I will admit, when AT&T bought Warner Brothers, I was not thinking about the gaming division in the slightest. I was thinking about DC. I was thinking about the movies, the TV, but the gaming, Warner Brothers, publishing for games just slipped my mind completely. I guess I just figured that they would just, keep going with game development and publishing as normal. I didn't see AT&T do something like this. So let's get into this article here. It says AT&T seeks sale for Warner Gaming unit, could fetch about 4 billion, sources say. I guess that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, if they were selling it to a good company, but once you see what companies they're selling to, I don't think you'll be pleased either. Take-Two Interactive, Electronic Arts, and Activision Blizzard. These are the three companies that are interested in buying right here. These are three of the worst gaming companies out there. I mean, everybody knows about EA and their surprise mechanics and uh, their pride and accomplishment stuff and all that with Star Wars Battlefront 2, but these others are no better. There's Activision with all their Call of Duty stuff. They've destroyed that franchise with microtransactions, loot boxes, and battle passes, and all the other stuff that Call of Duty has now. I used to love Call of Duty. I haven't liked any Call of Duty since Black Ops 2, and that's just what Activision has done to just one franchise there. And then you've got Take-Two Interactive, who they own the 2K games. They own Rockstar Entertainment, GTA 5, all the microtransactions and stuff that's in that game. That's Take-Two. In NBA 2K and WWE 2K, with all their microtransactions, and how far down those franchises have fallen in the last few years. I used to be a big NBA 2K fan, but just in the past 3 or 4 years, it's gotten worse every year with the microtransactions, and the My Team and all this stuff that they have in their games now. These three companies are terrible, terrible. When you think about what they'd be buying here, they'd be buying the whole gaming division, right? They'd get Rocksteady, the developer of the Batman Arkham games. They'd get Monolith, the developer of the Middle Earth games. They'd get NetherRealm, the developer of Mortal Kombat and Injustice, and they'd get the developers of all the Lego games too. Not only that, but they get the rights to all this stuff. They'd get the rights to the Batman games. They'd get the rights to Harry Potter. They'd get the rights to Game of Thrones. They'd get the rights to Lord of the Rings. And these are all companies that have all their games as service, all this online stuff. So think about like never getting a single player Batman game ever again, or like Harry Potter RPG that people have wanted forever. That would be gone with one of these three companies owning Warner Brother Games. No Lord of the Rings, no Game of Thrones, none of that. Think about all those games as a games as a service type thing. And think about how they would milk it to death with microtransactions and loot boxes and all that kind of stuff. This is some terrible news here. If AT&T does in fact decide to sell Warner Brother Gaming division. Come to think of it, I can't even really think of a good publisher. I would want to have all those franchises and all those development studios. I think all the big video game publishers these days are just way too greedy, and they're very anti-consumer, and they don't care about anything but their money. And I hope at the end of the day that AT&T does not end up selling Warner Brothers Gaming division. But that's just my opinion. I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments down below. And I will be back in the future with more videos. Thanks for watching.